Elvis Manguni, the founder of Milk Media. Milk Media is a production company. The Commonwealth gave us an opportunity to provide a hybrid solution during their 21st Commonwealth Conference for Education Ministers. This is an event that they always organize every 3 years. So when it was coming to Kenya, most of the countries are still coming out of COVID-19, and therefore getting participants to come to the conference was a challenge. So this necessitated them to think outside the box. They thought it wise to do a hybrid event so that it's not totally virtual. Let those participants who are able to come in be able to come in and take part in it, and then majority of the rest of them now can still have the experience. So it was a combination. When you combine both virtual and in person, that's what we call a hybrid. We had the main hall where the event was happening, and we had 4 other breakout rooms where parallel sessions were being held. So look at it this way. You have one virtual event and then 4 other virtual events, smaller events happening simultaneously. So 5 events happening simultaneously, and the participants need to have a choice where they can log in at any time. It necessitated getting the best production equipment and the best technical crew to implement this. Now, talking about the technical crew, we had to have the best sound technicians on the ground, because sound is everything. You can all agree with me that sometimes even if the video is to go off and you're listening to that person, you'd agree with me that you'd want to listen to that person. So we had to get the perfect sound solution. Next, we had to move into the best visual solution. Now, we had to get the best cameras. The entire production was implemented by 24 filming cameras. That is what we had on set. The main hall had 5 cameras beaming live, and the breakaway smaller rooms had a minimum of 3 cameras. 1 camera was dedicated to the sign language interpreter, and the other 2 cameras were there to give double angle, so that at no time are you missing any particular shot. You can go in for the detailed shots, and you can always stay wide to get a feel of how the event looks. It's particularly very important for those who are joining in virtually. We had a crew of 33 people on the ground to give this solution, and we had to really manage the team well. Apart from being the team leader, under me we had 3 independent people. There was 1 person who was responsible for the core management of the virtual event. Another person was solely responsible for the sound system. This was the lead sound engineer. And finally, the person who was responsible for the cameras and crew, management of the camera, doing the videos and the production process. So in a nutshell, we worked seamlessly in a collaborative format to deliver the event. For a conference of this caliber, it takes a lot of preparations. The conference is only 2 days, but prior to the start of the conference, day 1, you first do the setup, where you're setting up the LED screens that will be beaming the feed that comes into the room. You're setting up the sound system to ensure that it's flawless. Remember, these are 59 delegates from different countries that are members of the Commonwealth. So we had 59 independent microphones that they'll be switching on when they want to talk and switching them off. So that had to be sorted perfectly. So that setup takes time. Perfect lighting ambience lighting for the room. And then we had a customized stage format where we had infused an LED screen in it and then customized and branded it for the event. So that setup takes time. So a whole day was dedicated just for the setup process. Then the second day now is the dry run day, where we are testing every aspect of the event, how it will happen. The presenters come in, they try to present, those logging in remotely come in to test every aspect of the event, how the PowerPoints will be done, how they can present their feed, if the audio is clear, if the video feed is clear. That happens now on the dry run day.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We can hear you.
The crew is taken through a rigorous preparation process so that they know how they'll be communicating to the director of the event, who is now directing the main event, telling how are we switching the feeds from one camera to another. If he's getting the right view, he has to communicate with the cameraman. If the cameraman has a challenge with his camera, he has to communicate so that if he needs a battery, he needs to change his memory card, all those challenges, and how to go about it. The cable runners who are running the cables in the room, if he's having a challenge of any nature, the communication has to be seamless. So you have to really do the dry run in order to prepare well as a technical crew and to be able to prevent it, to prevent any forms of mishap that might happen. And also to prepare your client well so that they're able to use that solution that you're providing for them. They have to come in, try it out, be able to log in seamlessly. If they're having challenges, you have to anticipate them and know how you help them be able to really deliver the best. The entire event ran on a generator power. We didn't rely on the main grid power from the electricity provider. That is one of the ways in which you can tackle the interruptions that come. Of course, you might argue that the hotel has, or the venue where you're doing an event has a backup generator. But remember, every generator has a downtime, even if it's 3 seconds. And some of the production equipment, the 3 seconds could mean something blowing up. It could mean the equipment has to reboot. So for you to deal with all those challenges, run on steady power supply, which was a generator. We had our own generator, and that's how we powered the entire conference. That's one of the ways of dealing with the challenges that come about.